Today I want to share with you my recipe for a Greek-inspired vegan dish called potatoes and asparagus Yiahni. This recipe is, like I said, vegan. It's very easy to make, ready in about half an hour or less, and it can be used as or served as a main or as a side. Very, very versatile. And you can serve this year round. So I'm going to start off with one onion, and all I'm going to do is just slice it up. You don't even have to chop it for this recipe. It's that easy. I'm going to take a little bit of my Greek extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to do here about 1/3 cup. This is what's known in Greek as a lavero, or an olive oil based dish, and as such, that's what we want. We want that background flavor and richness of the olive oil. So just gonna take those, put those in there, and there's that sizzle. Perfect. Now, while the onions are doing their thing, for this I am using 4 potatoes. In my case, I've got red potatoes. You can use the white, you can use the Yukon Golds, whatever you have is fine. And what I'm going to do is quarter these into stew-sized pieces, about 1 inch or so by 1 inch or so, and just throw them in. I'm going to take a little bit of salt is going to go in here. I'm going to do a little bit of pepper as well. And because I like a little kick to my dishes, I'm going to add a little bit of red chili flake. You can use as much or as little as you like, or not use any at all. That is totally fine. So let me just grab this and give this a quick stir about here. It's already starting to smell really, really great. Next thing to go in is a couple of cloves of garlic. And all I'm going to do is smash your garlic and just chop it, slice it, whatever is easiest for you. Now, in terms of the flavor profile of this, I'm going to be using a light tomato sauce to kind of braise this off. But like most Greek cooking and sauces, I'm going to be doing about half a teaspoon of cinnamon and half a teaspoon of cumin. Greeks use a lot of cumin, and it brings out that background depth of flavor in these dishes. And as always, I always put my dry spices in at this point here. I let the heat wake up the oils and bring out even more flavor to this, which is absolutely fantastic. The next thing as we move along is our asparagus. And right now it is asparagus season. I'm going to just take these. I'll show you an easy way actually. You're going to take your asparagus like this and see where it snaps. This is the stocky part. We don't want that. And this is the more tender part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line all of these up, and I'm going to cut using the guide of the first asparagus. In one shot, just like that. Boom. Our asparagus is cut down. And now for this, I'm not going to throw this away. I'm just going to move it to the side. I'm going to cut these in about 1 inch pieces. You don't want anything too huge. You want it to be bite-sized, or more or less the length of the potatoes. I'll leave these fronds in there just like that. Just place them in here. The final part of this, I've got some crushed tomatoes left over, and you don't need much. I'm going to do about 1 cup of crushed tomatoes will go into this, along with a little bit of water. And for this, maybe half a cup or so of water will go into this as well, just to loosen it up. And my friends, that's pretty much it. This is this recipe. So now everybody's in there. The last part of this, the absolute last part of this, is our herbs. And for this, I am using a little bit of parsley. I'm going to take a small bunch and just chop it up. Just like that. Doesn't have to be anything too fine. Again, it's Greek food. we cook our herbs right down. So that's perfect right there. And I'm gonna take a little bit of dill. You're gonna say, what's the dill doing in here? It brings a beautiful background flavor. And again, I'm just gonna lop off a little bit there, just like that. We don't need this long, huge piece there. And that's gonna go in as well. And this is gonna give such a beautiful aromatic flavor to our potato and asparagus yiahni. So now that everybody's in the pool, I'm gonna simmer that for about 20 minutes or so until my potatoes are fork tender and we'll be ready to plate up. So my vegan potato and asparagus yiahni, or like a Greek style potato and asparagus stew is done. Nothing this good should be this easy, but it is. I am gonna show you with recipes like these how you can eat vegan or a little healthier without having to go through that like tofu and shit like that. That's just terrible. We're talking about real food, enjoyment in your mouth, on your palate, that actually is delicious. So let me just plate some up here. This is a fast weeknight meal. Oh, the herbs, the aroma coming from the herbs is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Show you here my potatoes. Literally, look at my potatoes. They're turning into like mash. Okay, it's still hot, but look how soft these are. These are like, I'll do it down here, you can see better. Look how, like these are just, they just melt. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna take a little bit of asparagus, a little bit of parats here. My friends, this is a meal and a half. And you can serve this like this as a main, which is absolutely no problem at all. Or you can serve this with fish, meat, poultry, whatever. You can serve this with a little bit of rice. I don't know about the double starch thing, but we Greeks do it. Anyhow, I invite you to try this and also share your pics and your creations with me on my social media. I would love to hear from you. So until next time, I thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I hope you like this video, I really do. For this recipe and so many others, check me out online as well at kensgreektable.com. And until next time, please stay safe, take care of yourselves and each other, and keep cooking. Much love. Bye for now.